Hi there. In this opportunity, I decided to record this video and this video tutorial because I was thinking that this topic was so hard for you. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to start explaining something special for you. But before doing this, let me log in on my Teams account, and I want to show you the place that I have a guide that I did for you. So let me wait just a little while. Okay. So if I go to, I'm going to give an example. I am going to take, where are you? This team, and I'm going to go here where it says Canales Principales, Class Resources, and here you are going to go to Archivos, Files, obviously. And here you are going to select cycle 3 to 4, and here you have this PDF presentation that I did for you. Okay, and the topic that we have here is about spreadsheets. So we are going to start talking about Excel, the things that we can do in Excel. But first, the first thing that we are going to start talking about is format files. Okay, the term format files is quite broad and can refer to various types of files used for organizing, storing, and representing data in an structured manner. Okay, in other words, is the way that any operating systems, in this case I am using Windows, organize the files. All the operating systems organize the files in the way that the operating system is going to understand the files and is going to be able to show you the information. I'm going to give you an example. Let me open this file. Let me want to open this one, students list. Okay, in this file I was trying to do a list of students. Okay, and this file is open in Excel, and let me do something here. I'm going to give some formats here. Here I'm going to put all borders. In view, I'm going to take out the red lines, and here I'm going to start giving some format. For example, I'm going to give this color. I'm going to put bold. I'm going to give center alignment, and here I'm going to put another color. Let's suppose this one, for example. Let me fix this because it's montaña, and here I'm going to change the format of the date presentation. I like having it in this way, and I'm going to copy the format and I'm going to paste the format here, and I'm going to save it. Okay, I'm going to close it once again, and I'm going to open it once again, and there we have. Now, what if I use this Excel file and I try to open this file in Notepad? Look at this, is garbage information. Why? Because Excel uses its own format file. That means that Excel uses its own language for storing the information. That means that you cannot open that information in another software that is not able to open spreadsheets. Okay? Now, it's the same with more files. For example, if you have music, you cannot open music in Microsoft Word. You can insert maybe the information, but you cannot open the MP3 file, that means music, in Word or in Excel or in PowerPoint. Okay, that means format files, the way that the software represents the information. And there are many ways to represent information in general way. That means that a file that was created in Block de Notas, you can open it in Android, you can open it in iOS, you can open it in Mac, you can open it in Windows, you can open it in Linux and whatever other text software that you have in your computer. Okay? Why I'm explaining this? Let me show you. Because we are going to start working with CSV. Oh, sorry. Oh yes, CSV. Here I put it wrong. It's not CBS, it's CSV, like this one. Ah, I made a mistake. I just noticed right now. Okay, we are going to use CSV format. CSV format is a way that you are going to have information like in Excel, but without any format. That means that you are going to be able to open the information in Excel, and you are going to be able to open the information in Block de Notas, in this case Notepad in English. Okay, so the CSV, the standard or the common way that we use information is like this one. For example, I'm going to start writing here number. I'm going to use semicolon or comma. Well, in this moment I'm going to use semicolon. You are going to have, for example, number, you are going to have date, you are going to have month, you are going to have item, and you are going to have the cost or price, and here you are going to have category. Okay, what that means, that this file is tabular. What tabular means? Let me open Excel. That the information that you are going to have is, for example, if I have here an O, that means that here you are going to have an O. Next date, next month, and etc. Okay, that means tabular, that you are going to have the information separated by columns and rows. Okay, the symbol that is common used in Excel for CSV files are semicolon or colons. That means that if you are going to use colons for have the information separated, you are going to choose only one symbol, in this case colons. Or maybe if you are going to use semicolons, you are going to use semicolons in all the space that you are going to use for separate information. In this case, number is going to be separated from date using semicolon, and the same with all the information. Okay, now what we are going to do now in this activity that you're supposed to be done, but I'm going to explain it right now once again. Okay, I told you that you are going to do two files. One is going to be an inventory and the other one is going to be a budget. Today in this video I'm going to explain you the budget. Okay, so what is the information that you are going to have here? The same number is the same that I just wrote, so you're going to have number, NO, and you're going to use hashtag as symbol of separation. Okay, now date, now month, then item, then the cost of the item, then the category. And you are going to start writing 20 items that you're supposed to buy or you already bought. Okay, that is a budget. Is the information of expenses, the control expenses that you are going to have to know where your money is going. Okay, so let's suppose that this is my first buy-in. Now once again hashtag, let's suppose that I bought it yesterday, 14 of May of 2024. Oh, I forgot putting this. Okay, now once again hashtag, and the information that continue is the month, so March. Then hashtag, let's suppose that the item was a hamburger, and let's suppose that the hamburger costs 38,000 pesos. And this information, please do not use dots, do not use commas, do not use currency symbol. Why? Because you are giving format to the information, and remember that a CSV file is a file without format. Okay, now at the end is the category, so let's suppose that the category is going to be food. Okay, now let's see something here. I already have the information here. Okay, so what are we going to do right now? Let's suppose that we already finished this file in Notepad, block de notas. So you need to save it in the way that you are going to be able to open it in Excel. So you are going to click on File, Archivo, Save As, Guardar Como. You are going to select the folder that you want to put the information. I want in this moment to put the information in, yes, use documentos, and I'm going to, let's suppose that I am going to save it here, activities for 9 graders. Okay, and here I am going to put budget.csv. Okay, and here where it says tipo, you are going to change documentos de texto, and you are going to put todos los archivos. Then you are going to click on guardar. Okay, now let me go here to mis documentos, activities for 9 graders, and look at, now we have an Excel file, but the icon is pretty different to the normal one that you know in Excel. You are going to see the X, and you are going to see the letter A and a comma. That means that this is a CSV file. Or if you want to have your view in another way, you are going to go to detalles, and here you are going to have all the information. Look at budget, and here it says Microsoft Excel, comma, separated values file. Okay, now you're going to be able to open this information in Excel. Okay, there we have. What do we have to do right now? We are going to put all the information into columns, because all the information that you have here is text. Okay, now where is the information located? In the column A. So you need to select the column A, then you are going to go to data, then in this option in the section data tools, you are going to select text to columns. You need to be sure that delimited is selected, then next, and here you are going to select other. What that means, what is the symbol delimiter that you used? In this case we used hashtag. Now if you notice here, now the information is separated by columns. So I am going to click on next, then finished. Look at now, there we have the information, but oh my goodness, I need to make a change here. So I'm going to close this one. I'm going to say that I don't want to save it. I'm going to come here, and I need to delete this information. I'm going to come here where it says reemplazar, and I'm going to look for the dots, delete here, and I'm going to replace all. So I already delete the dots. I'm going to do the same with the commas. obviously the real values changes and the currency symbol the same. Okay, let me click on cancelar. Now I am going to take this information in this way. This is one student's activity, so that is the reason that I have that information, and in this moment I am deleting the information. Okay, okay, here the same. I'm going to delete all the spaces we have. And here, okay, so save. Why just save? Because in a few minutes ago I saved the activity as CSV, so in this moment I don't need to save it as CSV file again. Why? Because we already have it. So let me run it once again. Let me show you the process once again. So I'm going to select the column A, data, text columns, delimited, next, hashtag, next, finished, and there we are. Okay, so now we are able to start making this file a little bit prettier. So I'm going to select all the information. I'm going to come here, all borders. Here I'm going to start giving, oh, this one is not necessary. So control minus, and here I'm going to select here. I'm going to select this one, bold, center alignment. I'm going to select this information and I'm going to give this color. This one I'm going to put it like this. Here I'm going to give center alignment, and here I'm going to put currency symbol. It doesn't matter the amount. Okay, there we are. I'm going to save it, but to save this file we need to save it in this way: file, save as, rows, and here you're going to change the CSV comma delimited. I'm going to use, you are going to select Excel workbook, then save. Now if I go to our folder, now you're going to be able for seeing the CSV file and the Excel file. Okay, now what do you need to do right now? Using this information you are going to create a report. A report we created using pivot tables. Okay, what is a pivot table? Is the way that you are going to show the information in a way that other people is going to be able to understand and to read the information properly. Okay, now I am going to go to insert, then pivot table. Here you have you need to focus in this part, in the part that says select a table or range. Maybe you are going to have this part, this one, look at the cursor, empty, or maybe you are going to have something here like me. But what is this about? Here you are going to select the table or a range. A range is a range is, for example, this, that you have the information from A1 to F1. That is a range. Or you are going to select all the table and it's the same, a range from A1 to F21. Okay, now we have the information here. Now where do you want to have the information? I prefer having the report in the same spreadsheet. Okay, So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to select this part that says existing worksheet, and here I'm going to make click here, and I'm going to select, for example, this cell. I want to have the pivot table here. Now click here, then click on OK. Now here we have the pivot table, but in this moment the pivot table is empty. So look at and focus in this part where it says pivot table fields, campus en español. Okay, maybe you have a different Excel version than me. In this moment I have the Office LTC 2021, and maybe you have Office 365. So you need to notice that the information that you have here is similar to mine. If you have something different, for example, fields repeated, look at that you have the fields like me. If you have, for example, category, and you have in front of category brackets, and inside the brackets you have something inside, you need to uncheck that options. What is unchecked? Let's suppose category in this moment is checked. Uncheck is doing this. Okay, check out the quítele el chulo. Okay, for doing our report we need to select the information that we want to show. In this way, in this moment I am going to show date. If you notice now we have months, but look at the month was selected, and I'm going to take it off. Okay, so if you notice you have the dates, for example 1st of September, 2nd of March, 3rd of March, 4th of March, 5th of April, and etc. Okay, now I want to select, look at what, look at that I have the information repeated. Okay, I'm going to do it again. This is what I meant, that we can have the information repeated. So the one that we are going to start choosing are the ones that have the same name here and here. For example, here in the table we don't have months with S like this one, so I am not going to select this one. I am going to select this. Now look at what we have. We have 1st of February, March, okay? But look at here, and here is the organization that we're going to start giving to our pivot table. Let me show you. I am going to, if you look at here, it says rows. That means filas. And I have first date, then month. I am going to change the order. So I want to put month above date. Now how the information now change. Now we have first the month, then the date. Look at the difference. March appears just once, and inside March we have 3 information from these 3 days. Okay, let me put the organization as before. I'm going to select first date, then month. Now look at that we have more information. We have March here, March here, March here. So that is the reason that I told you in class that you need to start organizing the information in the way that other people is going to be comfortable with the information, is going to understand the information. So I'm going to make a change here. Now I want having the month as filter. Why? Because if I want to know all that you bought just in March, I'm going to select March. Then you're going to have only the information about March. If you want to have all of them, you're going to select all, then okay. Right? Now I am going to select the category. Now look at that the category is down of the date, but I don't like it. So I'm going to move the category to columns and look at now how the information is organized. Okay, now I am going to select item, and the item is inside the date, and that's okay for me. Now I am going to select cost, and now the cost is here in values, and now the information is perfect for me. The only thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to start selecting the values, and I'm going to put the currency symbol, and look at this is the pivot table in the way that we can read and understand the information. Okay, this is what you have to do in the activity. Now what else you have to do in your activity? I need you to do a graph, a chart about the amount that you expend in every month. So for doing this, now I'm going to open a new spreadsheet, and here let me put charts, and here I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take out the grid lines. And what I'm going to start doing here, I'm going to select charts, then I'm going to do something like this. Here I'm going to say insert pivot table. Now I need to select the table or range, so I'm going to click here. Then I need to go to the spreadsheet in which we have the information. Then I select the information. Okay, now I'm going to click here once again. Okay, now I'm going to select where do I want to have the information. Here. Then okay, now we have the pivot table, a new pivot table. Now I told you we need a graph just with information of the amount of money that you expend in every single month. So that means that I'm going to select just month and cost, nothing else. We don't need anything else. And here I'm going to put the currency symbol, and now okay, that is the information that we need. Now how to put a chart with this information? It's easy. You are going to select the information, months and the values, then you need to go to insert, then you need to go to the chart, and you are going to select the information that you think you need. Okay, I'm going to select this one. Okay, now here you're going to be able for changing the title. So here let's suppose total of buy-ins for month. Okay, so why you have this huge bar and the other bars are too small? Because the money that this student is supposed to expend in on May. Okay, I'm going to change it. It's too much money. So on May, let's suppose that here we have 1,200,000, and here let's suppose that is just 600,000 pesos. Now let's suppose that here is a topic because a car doesn't cost 600,000 pesos, but it's just for showing you how the bars are going to move. Chevrolet Spark, let's suppose 1,000,000 pesos, and here I'm going to change Apple Vision Pro, that's supposed to be, I don't know, 3,000,000 pesos, and Samsung A3 750,000 pesos, and a haircut, 40,000 pesos. Okay, now look at, I'm going to come here and I'm going to right click and refresh, and all the information changes. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to do the same, right click, refresh, and look at that the information changes, but it continues being too much for the other months. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to move all the information. So or let's suppose that I want to delete this, all this information. Let's suppose that I'm going to delete it. Okay, I'm gonna do the same, right click, refresh, look at that the information changes, and here I'm going to do the same, right click, look at, it's updated right now, right click, refresh, and look at. Okay, so this is the way that we use Excel to making reports. In this case we're using budgets, pivot tables, and charts. Okay, so this is what you have to do. And the other thing that you need to do is to do the same, to create the same CSV file, but now with an inventory. Okay, so if you have any question, let me know it. And this is the end of this video. Let's see you in another video that I'm going to make for you. Bye.